First thing, we have noticed a lot of things happening in the African market, both in South Africa, in Sub-Saharan Africa, and in Northern Africa. We have noticed that Africa is ready. The African market is ready for the penetration of larger scale renewable energy in the continent. As a company that has been working in Africa for so many years and being the key player in the renewable energy sector, I can proudly say that the largest wind and solar energy projects in Africa, my company has been working on them. That's the case in South Africa, that's the case in Kenya with Lake Turkana, that's the case in Morocco, that's the case in Egypt, and also we see the first project coming in Tanzania and in Ghana and Nigeria. So we know the market, we know our clients, we know the needs of the market, and we wanted to use this opportunity to emphasize our commitment to the electrification of Africa, to the sustainable development in Africa, and also to show we are there. We are here, we stay here, we will be here for the coming years and years and years ahead. We are very selective in which markets we operate in. We see a lot of potential in many countries, but we are more interested in the governments and utilities which implement the commitment, which do something about the situation, where at least there's a political will to engage and improve the situation in their countries. And that's the case. We can see those countries which were ahead of others. We were pioneering with helping them. We were pioneering with talking to the key stakeholders. We have established excellent relationship with the utilities, with the governments, but also with the investors and the developers. So we have been also an element of boosting confidence when a project starts to come in a country that no other project were before, and we came there as an independent and third-party electrical engineering company, and we say to the project developer what are the technical challenges, both in terms of renewable energy technology, but also in terms of grid connection, grid integration. We boosted confidence, and then the project became visible. That model, we have applied it in many countries, and it was successful in many countries. I can proudly say the last biggest success for us that we were the engineering company adjunct to the Lake Turkana wind park in Kenya, 300 megawatt of wind. That will be the single largest wind park in Sub-Saharan Africa. And our company was involved in the process from the beginning till the end, and now it's being implemented. I think the biggest success that we achieved was in South Africa. South Africa, as a country which is slightly different than other African countries, it has an own well-developed electrical market. It has a high level of electrification. It has a modern economy. It has high ambitions, but has also a lot of challenges, technical challenges, which we're all aware of them in the country. The commitment which DOE, the Department of Energy, and the commitment of the government and the financial sector, which was very important in South Africa, has attracted so many investors from abroad to come to South Africa, and DNV GL as a company played a key role in the technical engineering here in making this successful. South Africa now leads the African and the Middle Eastern market in terms of installed capacity in wind energy, and that's going to be the case in the coming 5 to 10 to 20 years. That's actually the most exciting thing, I think, in Africa. DNV GL is a diamond sponsor at the African Utility Week this year. We wanted to demonstrate to our clients and partners our commitment to the development of the power sector in Africa. We are here to demonstrate once again our strong interest in the long-term development of the renewable energy sector in the African countries. We have identified the challenges which the sector is ahead in this country through our experiences. We are willing to continue working with our clients, with our customers, to make all the projects which are on the plans becoming true. But we also identified one key issue which we would emphasize in the coming years in Africa, which was our commitment to local content, empowerment of African. We have identified the issue of capacities. We have now developed a strategy. How can we really localize in terms of resourcing? How can we work with universities in all African countries to empower Africans to make DNV GL localized and looking African? Our company is 150 years old. That's very old. In China, we are Chinese. In India, we are Indian. In Brazil, we are Brazilian. In America, we are American. We want to be African in Africa. We want to be South African in South Africa. And that's going to be the challenge, but we are looking forward to implement it jointly with our partners and clients in Africa. We all know what happened in Egypt in the last couple of years. The country was very ambitious in terms of renewable energy. It has high targets, 20% renewable energy in the country. The political instability has caused a delay in this situation. The recent government has announced a very ambitious target with a quite a solid fit program to enable the finance of renewable energy projects in Egypt, both solar and wind. We were requested by the World Bank, IFC Group, and the European Bank of Development, and our partners and project developers from other countries to engage in a one-day workshop to highlight to everybody interested in the Egyptian market what are the technical challenges in the market. We have done this presentation, and it was our key message was to our all clients: Egypt is a very important market for the renewable energy sector. It's going to be growing very fast. There are, of course, political, financial challenges, which we as DNV GL cannot solve, but we are there to boost the confidence that any technical challenge DNV GL can solve. And we are there to assist all project developers, all investors, and utilities in Egypt to make the plans of the government achievable, implemented in a reliable, sustainable, and very affordable price. Everybody smiles when people talk about solar in Africa. They say the continent is so abundant with sun. So everybody says solar is the most common logic sense for Africa to go. There are few projects starting. South Africa again is leading the market. Morocco has developed a few projects. Egypt has developed a few projects. Other countries are following suit, but unfortunately it's still going too slow. And that's despite that actually solar in the last 10 years become increasingly cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. What we identified as a company, that for African utilities to continue attracting investments in solar, they have to solve issues related to the grid integration and grid connection of solar, and to identify the sites and to upgrade the grids. Once this chicken-egg dilemma in Africa has been resolved, you will see a larger penetration of solar projects. What I personally project, looking at the transmission line and the interconnection lines being constructed at this moment between many countries within the power pools, that will be ready, I think, in 2020. And I believe by 2020 we will witness very strong deployment of solar technologies in Africa, like never before. At this moment, our company is working on a large survey for Africa regarding tree dynamic reshaping of renewables and grid connection. We know as a company worldwide that renewables and grid, that's a complex issue. Also Germany, also the US, also more advanced economies, but we are also aware from our work in South Africa, in Kenya, in Tanzania, in Egypt and in Morocco, that grid integration, grid connection will be the challenge in the coming years in Africa, and it will become bigger and bigger and bigger. This is why at the African Utility Week, our company will announce the result of the survey in order to be able to develop a tailored solution for the African grid challenges that will enable African utilities to connect and integrate more renewables into the grids.